Nigerian businessmen and women. Share the most kept business secrets, how they started, their struggles, and how they succeeded. This is the compendium of the movers and shakers in the Nigerian business community. This is Entrepreneur.
Besides raising capital and acquiring new customers, one of the biggest challenges for young entrepreneurs is taking the first step. On today's edition of Entrepreneur, we caught up with a young Nigerian who is making waves in Nigeria's real estate sector. Now here's my advice to you. Grab a seat, a cup of coffee, and listen to what he has to share.
Olugbemiga Adekoya is the co-founder and CEO of Adbond Harvest and Homes Limited, an innovative farmland development and real estate company in Lagos, Nigeria. Gbenga attended Odogbolu Model Primary School, Ogun State, from where he moved to Federal Government College, Odogbolu, and went on to study estate management at the prestigious University of Lagos. It was during this period he started nursing the idea of starting and nurturing a business venture. Having discovered his passion and drive for entrepreneurship, Gbenga had a stint at 2 professional estate surveying firms to learn the ropes and the art of the real estate business. He founded Adbond in 2016 with a special focus on farmland development and created the concept of vacation homes and has consulted for individuals and corporate organizations in Nigeria and in the diaspora. We got up close and personal with Gbenga, and his story is a must hear.
Adbond Harvest and Homes started 2 years ago, October 2016, and I and a friend of mine, when we were in University of Lagos, 2014, we come up with an idea called YPPC. And what is the motive of YPPC? We want to call it Young Professional People's Club, where a team of professionals can come together and achieve and have the capacity to achieve working efficiency and opportunity to source jobs within one another, and also understand the relevance of studying as a professional. So, but it was a late period for me then. I was in the final year then, so I was unable to execute that platform. So during the period of my veg for searching for purpose, and I found out that what I love more is unity, and I was able to find myself in an environment where I can use that as an opportunity of creating a solution to solve problems. So what did I do was that I think, okay, what are the services that I can render that can make me achieve this? So I noticed that I studied real estate, and from there I said, okay, what is the services of real estate that can be something new entirely? That was what brought the idea of agro-to-home project development, and we were able to coin for Adbond. The vision of Adbond is to be the topmost and foremost corporate organization that is trying to promote unity and also in Nigeria and extend it to the other part of the world with the tool of agric and real estate product services.
The service we are rendering, it's a one of a kind that we are yet to see it anywhere in Nigeria. That's trying to improve the hospitality industry with the provision of vacation homes for Nigerians, and most especially people in the diaspora. It's more or less bringing Nigeria to the world.
The major thing that stands us out is we call ourselves agro-to-home project developers. And if you check worldwide, there is none for now. And that's why we're able to tag ourselves as foremost, number one, the first to come up with such a coin idea in a real estate transaction. And how do we function? The way we function is that we make land provision strictly in acres and above. And when you acquire our land, what we try to do is that we help you to do simple farm management project services. And when we run that for you, as time goes on, we come up with a vision of 3 to 5 years plan before we now start doing what we call hospitality project development vacation home for people in bond.
2 or 3 people can actually have an acre, build on it, create an environment whereby you stay away from home. where you can just come in a weekend and just have a quiet time, a serene environment.
Okay, for about let's say 24 months back, what we've been doing is that we go outside there to tell people that, do you know that you don't have to go to farm and be a farmer. Someone can be there for you, and you send your money to an errand to work for you. So from there we now come up the fact that we said, okay, this is one or two things you can put in place. We can go and cultivate maize, plantain, cassava for you, and like play. They try to think, okay, this is a lovely idea. Let's give it a try if it can work. We invent into people giving us money to work for them, and we ensure that we deliver based on any product service that they intend to do with us. So then in the next 5 years, we've vision ourselves to be listed in Nigerian Stock Exchange, where we'll be able to implement and execute our development of strictly vacation home environment, where during the period that we are carrying out our research analysis, we put Obafemi Owode, that's along Abeokuta Expressway, we put Epe, and we put Badagry into our questionnaires, and the Lagosians and some Nigerians in diaspora, they've chosen Obafemi Owode for one reason. They said it's the only closest place to the city center of Lagos, Ikeja, and from Ikeja to the site is just 40 minutes drive. And those are the things that we have on decks right now that people can easily buy into. They can easily purchase our land in acre as low as 950,000 per acre, 1.5 million per acre, and 700,000 per acre, depending on the phases that they are willing to invest into.
He's a great man with some great ideas. He has actually seen what Nigeria needs in the next 3 to 5 years.
He has been a very good colleague. He likes to get things done.
I see him as someone that's actually foreseen what's going to happen and trying to create an environment whereby lifespan can still increase.
I've learned to understand the secret to any achievement on earth is that you need to learn to know what you want. So once you can understand what you want and you can vividly move for it and understand that there is a particular price that you need to pay, then you'll be able to decide that you want to be an entrepreneur. So I've just learned the fact that I decided that I want to be an entrepreneur, and I'm paying the daily price that needs to sustain me as an entrepreneur on daily basis. Part of the prices is that you need to move with the right associates. Moving with the right association is the key to successful business, and trying to figure out things that you enjoy doing is part of the key rudiment to being a successful entrepreneur. Well, the finance sector hasn't been so bad, if not part of what some people might have caused the finance sector in order to strengthen their paperwork, and so that before they can release funds to people. And another thing that people always say that money is the boss, but idea and power is knowledge. But what I've come to understand is that when you have your vision as a result of the power you get from knowledge, by the time you move for it, it will always bring its provision. It will come in with its own provision. And an additional thing is that if the financial sector did not strengthen the financial security in terms of paper documentation, everybody will have access to it. So go and start doing things on your own and understand what you want to do and how you intend to achieve it. If the financial sector can have an appropriate paper documentation, you can easily source for funds. In the next 5 years, we've visioned ourselves to be listed in Nigerian Stock Exchange, where we'll be able to implement and execute our development of strictly vacation home environment.
Entrepreneur.
Hello My name is Babajide Guerrero. I am the Gilt-Edged Superstar MC and the ambassador for Adbond's Harvest and Homes. This estate is 40 minutes drive from the Lagos city capital, Ikeja, and is surrounded by the Day Waterman College, also surrounded by the President Muhammadu Buhari estate and the International Breweries PLC. Wow. From that particular start up until the end of the limit of my eyes. I'm currently sitting on over 200,000 acres of land and it's absolutely amazing. This is the Country Dice Parkview, the Golden Art Estate, Kotsi, Adbond's Harvest and Homes. Now, land is an investment, but I'm sure you know that already. But what you didn't know up until now is that land can be ridiculously affordable. Let me tell you about affordable. That's where the Golden Art Phase 2 is, and it's live in Moloko in Ogun State. And what are you waiting for? Grab your phone, make a call. It's time for you to be part of the Adbond family right about now.
When it comes to brand strategy, there are many aspects that you need to consider. Let's talk about 3 that can make a big difference for your business. The first is developing a logo that your customers will remember. The second is developing a tagline that people will remember. And the third is creating a positive business image that people can associate with your logo and tagline. Let's take a look at a few branding tips to help you in your small business branding endeavor. As we all know, small business branding helps you to make your business memorable to the public. A large part of making your business memorable is creating a company name that appropriately represents your business. Chances are, if you already have a business, you already have a name. So your next step in your brand strategy is to create a memorable logo to go with that name. Your logo will be a graphic image that represents your company. When people see this logo, they will think of you. Let's take a look at some tips to help you create a perfect logo. When developing a logo for your small business, you will want to ensure that it is powerful enough to make people remember it. It should be clean, clear, and uncluttered. You will want to choose a logo that is simple yet distinct, ensuring that it will capture a customer's attention with a quick glance. Of course, your logo must be appropriate to your business and work well as with your company name. It should communicate to the audience what your business is and what it stands for. Once you have developed a small business logo, you can continue on with your brand strategy and develop a tagline. What branding tips can be recommended for tagline development? Keep your tagline short and simple, between 3 and 7 words. Your tagline should represent not only your company, but what you want customers to remember about your company. Use McDonald's tagline "I'm loving it" as an example. It is short, simple, and reminds customers that they will love the food each time they eat there. When creating your business tagline and logo, do not rush. A great tagline and logo could be the difference that puts you ahead of your competitors. When it comes to small business branding, simply developing a logo and tagline is not enough. A great brand strategy also requires brand management. What is brand management? It is everything that you do to make people associate positive opinions with your brand. Some tips to ensure that your brand is seen in a positive light rather than a negative one. Keep your customers satisfied. Offer high-quality products at prices that your customers can afford. Provide excellent customer service. Develop attractive packaging for products. And offer special deals or savings each month. Anything that you can do to keep your customers happy, do it. This will give your brand positive associations, which will in turn keep your customers returning. When it comes to small business branding and brand strategy, there are a couple things you need to consider. We have covered 3 of them today: a logo, a tagline, and brand management. Use the branding tips above to help you develop a strong and magnetic small business brand. If you take your time and implement each step to your business, you will see a huge boom in your profitability and customer retention shortly.
This is Entrepreneur.
In the second part of this interview, Gbenga emphasized the importance of books to upcoming entrepreneurs. He further revealed how he draws inspiration from the renowned NBA player LeBron James and spoke about the freedom of expression given to him by his parents.
I went to model primary school in Ogun State, Jebu Dogbolu, and that's always been an opportunity for me to start my life in a very proper background. And also I moved to Odogbolu Grammar School, Secondary School, and from there I moved to University of Lagos. I really appreciate the background where I was brought up. I was given this opportunity to have strong, vivid belief in myself, an ability to lean on an abundance of hope, and I was given an amazing love that I need to use to implement anything that I wanted to do, that nobody within where I was growing up, that if I intend to venture into anything new, they don't try to confiscate me and make me feel like, you can't do this, you can't achieve this. We always been receiving the opportunity for trial, that even if you fail, that doesn't make you a failure. It's only until when you fail consecutively and you repeat in the same cycle that can result to failure. And failure is also part of the ingredient of success. So, and that has always kept me going from my day one. One of the things that got my interest was that I'm fond of the kind of person that I always love to read what my teachers give me, and also to go and use it for exam and pass well, do well. So there was a day I was watching a movie and I got to realize that why are these people of the other side, the Westerners, why do they have huge library in their house? Is it like what they have in the house is what the teacher is teaching them? So I got to realize that human beings can even do excellently 90% plus what the teacher has given under motivation. So I tried to realize that, okay, what can be the top motivation book I can buy? So I went to a bookstore and I told them that please recommend one book that I can read that can reform me. So they recommend Power of No Excuse by Brian Tracy for me. So with that book, I was shaped individually in a work environment wise, and it's also prepare your mind for your future family when you want to prepare for one. So I got to learn that people need to start reading aside from academics, other books that can be relevant to you according to any category that you like to read. And I also love to read How to Influence People and Win Friends by Dale Carnegie. So it's also an amazing book. And also I like the Bible Secrets, Business Bible Secrets by this guy Rabbi Lappi. It's also a good book too. In the next 3-5 years, we will have started delivering at least minimum of 5 brand new hospitality housing projects in Bond within Obafemi Owode, and also we should have been listed in Nigerian Stock Exchange at that time. I don't think any restriction to land can be a barrier to any achievement that you intend to bring on board that is mainly for public, because that is what we went to school to go and learn. Those things, why they need to put some peg on some land and all. Even you can buy government approved land, lands that government has owned on their own, you can still buy it. If government notes that the interest that you want to put it to use is even of superior to the one that they will release it to you. So it's not an issue. Land Use Act is not an issue. Ensure that the interest at which you want to put the lands to use is mainly for the general populace. One of the best sport I enjoy most is basketball, because I learned that it enhances you and it keeps you in the focus, and I also like that. And another thing I used to relax is swimming. It engages all your body, and I make sure that every morning minimum of 10-15 minutes road walk. LeBron James.
Celtics will go home after the goal. What a spin move by LeBron! What a play!
And it's claimed by Crowder. Gets it ahead for James. Like a locomotive, LeBron James!
Against Rivers. LeBron James. Inside. Sanduck, I'm sorry!
Frankly speaking, yeah, one of the most important things an entrepreneur should have is a core value that we continue to shape like a wall. It will be like a shield that guides you. Ours here at Adbond, we try to ensure that our core value is tied, and tied means to bond things together. Then the T is trustworthiness, the I is integrity, the E is execution, and the D is delivery. So we never venture into any services, or you buy land from us, we'll make sure we deliver at any land size we've promised that we want to give you. Even if the price increase and you bought it at a lower price, we deliver it to you. So those are the things that I paramount that people should try to carve out for themselves, a proper core value that can shape you and continue to guide you and let you to achieve your dream.
Also soon, we've come to the end of today's episode of Entrepreneur. Just before we go, don't forget to send us your questions and comments via our social media platforms. You can also watch a repeat of today's program on our YouTube page, all showing on your screen. Until I come your way again next week, don't forget, if you can conceive it, you can achieve it. My name is Jeremiah Latinwo. See you next week.